Morning. Hi, everyone. Could we please try to get seated? I think there's some seats down in the middle. Be great. Hi, everyone. Welcome today. Today is about celebrating the values that make DGS a unique place to work. We work really hard at DGS to incorporate our values of integrity, accountability, communication, excellence, innovation, and teamwork in all the things that we do here. Throughout 2018, we faced a great number of challenges in our department. Some of those we had already anticipated and planned for, and many others came with such immediacy that we had very little time to plan our response. Now that said, I'm proud to say that all of the things that we've done in these types of situations, we've really answered the call. DGS has been amazing about that. We've broken ground on new buildings. We've made ventures that have not only created new jobs, but contributed to the local economy and the statewide economy, and strengthened state services for years to come. We've stepped up to help when we had the vicious fires that have threatened lives and structures. And in many other ways, our departments found efficiencies and solutions to improve the way that we do things, all in the interest of serving our customers, the people of the state of California. Now, I look forward to hearing all the stories that we'll be presenting today. The stories of dedication to an end goal, of persistence, of commitment to excellence, and of courage. It's these stories that reinforce what I already know about DGS, that we all strive for excellence every day in our jobs. And I thank you for that. Now I'd like to introduce to you the Values Team's outgoing chair, Jeanette Chang, and the new chair, Malika Kedawala, to present today's awards.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to 7th Annual DGS Values Award. My name is Jeanette Chang, outgoing chair for 2018.
And I'm Malika Koidawala, the Values Team incoming chair.
We'd like to thank everyone for joining us here today, as well as those of you joining us watching Facebook Live. Today we celebrate employees who exemplify DGS excellence in 2018. But first, we'd like to explain the process of how we arrived at today's ceremony.
I'll just give them a second to sit. The Values Awards program was the idea of Values Team members and other staff who wanted to recognize superior achievements of fellow DGS employees. DGS leadership supported a DGS Values Award program that would be peer-driven, with nominations from peers, with evaluation and selection done by peers on the Values Team. This year, the Values Team nominated more than 80 nominations. The nominations were scrubbed so that people were not identifiable to the Values Team. Then we received each one carefully, scored them, and chose the top individuals or teams to receive awards.
DGS Values Award acknowledged the exceptional performance of individuals and the teams who are receiving them. Our goal and our overall vision is always excellence in the business of government. We hope that you'll agree that today's winners help DGS keep this promise.
Our department's mission is simple yet critical. We deliver results by providing timely, cost-effective services and products that support our customers. Every day we have the opportunity to fulfill this mission. By going the extra mile to provide excellent customer service, you illustrate your commitment to DGS and its core values. The honorees you'll see here today are inspiring in their embrace of the core values, and we hope you will be as impressed by them as we are. And now it's time to introduce our winners.
Our first honoree is the kind of guy who everyone wants to have around. He is so handy that if he can't find the right tools, he will make one. This innovative gentleman works in the Office of State Publishing, where for more than a year he has been the only machinist in a warehouse that contains many massive and complicated machinery and printing equipment. He is known throughout the OSP as the person to count on when those machines aren't working at its optimal levels. OSP is a 24-hour operation, and he has worked many overtime shifts, sometimes working 7 days a week during high workload hours. And he is on call in case any machine breaks down in the middle of the night. His nominator says he has fabricated special tools such as designing and welding an extension arm to use on our forklift to reach a heavy fan and motor assembly that had insufficient access to reach it safely. He holds himself to a very high standards of accountability to always find a way to make a repair. This award winner has many friends at OSP and even helps some of them with projects outside of work. His valuable, unique set of skills combined with a rock-solid work ethic and a positive attitude make him an asset to OSP and DGS.
So I'm going to check and see if it's got some air in it still. Okay. Bleed the air out.
Russell Syracuse is a printing plant machinist here at the Office of State Publishing. He's been working here for almost 4 years, and during his time here, we felt very lucky to have him as an employee. He's been above and beyond as far as helping out. Russell is deserving of this award due to his innovation and his ability to come into a situation and make it work regardless of what we have available. He's been able to fix things almost like MacGyver, to come in and find a situation and find a cure for it no matter what we have here to get our machines up and running as soon as possible.
Yeah, I got to tinker on that unit for a second. I'm not going to move nothing.
The Office of State Publishing is a 24-hour operation, and Russell's been there 7 days a week during peak workloads and also on call for any catastrophic breakdowns that may occur during the night. He's worked many hours of overtime and is always willing to do whatever is needed to get the job done. His work ethic and attitude has made him a very valuable asset to the success of our organization. There is no better candidate that I know of than Russ to receive this award. He's been very helpful, innovative, he's a team player, and he's always here.
Please join me in congratulating Russell Syracuse, winner of 2018 Values Award.
Our next award recipient found herself in an incredibly stressful predicament on the way to her job as a custodian at the state capitol. It's how she responded to that situation that brings us here today. As she walked toward the state capitol building for her evening shift in the late afternoon of August 8, 2018, near 11th and O Street downtown, this awardee witnessed a homeless man in a wheelchair stabbing an employee of the California Assembly. Acting quickly and utilizing skills she learned as a certified nursing assistant, she removed her DGS custodian shirt to wrap it around the victim's arm to staunch the bleeding until he could get medical attention. Her compassion and quick thinking made a huge difference for the stabbing victim and illustrated the core value of integrity. Her supervisor says that this honoree consistently embraces our DGS's core values, and we are proud to have her as an integral part of the Capitol Historic Regional Team.
Fanny Lynn Rodriguez is a custodian for the Capitol Historic Region. She currently services the assembly side on the 5th floor annex, providing positive customer service as well as stellar custodial cleanup. Fannie Lynn is also a certified nurse's assistant. She currently works 2 full-time jobs.
Fannie deserves this award because she utilizes and demonstrates teamwork on a daily basis. I could count on her to be here on time, and she's an excellent communicator.
On Wednesday, August 8th of last year, we had an incident involving a homeless man and an assembly staffer. The assembly staffer was stabbed by the homeless man, and Fannie Lynn was on her way to work and was able to provide first aid to the wound.
She told me what happened, and she was kind of scared and excited. She didn't know how to feel. She explained that she didn't have her smock because she had wrapped him.
Fannie Lynn is a certified nursing assistant here at DoubleTree Post-Acute. She's been here with us for about 6 years. She's a very reliable, dependent, certified nursing assistant. So Fannie Lynn, she gets along very well with her coworkers, the residents, they love her. I wasn't surprised by Fannie Lynn's actions to see her come to the rescue of someone in need. That's what she's trained to do here at DoubleTree Post-Acute.
Please join me in congratulating Fannie Lynn Rodriguez, winner of 2018 DGS Values Award.
This next award winner is a superstar in an area that find challenging, Fiscal. She took it upon herself to learn the technology and business processes that pertain to DGS needs, and she serves as a subject matter expert for DGS direct transfer process. With the onboarding of 62 new departments into Fiscal during 2018, this honoree almost single-handedly oversaw the technical requirements, viability, and preparation stages for those departments. She also worked many long hours, including nights and weekends, to ensure that Fiscal functionality worked correctly, and she anticipates future needs of DGS may have for Fiscal and proactively find solutions for those needs. Her nominator says that she tactfully and professionally fights for the best interests of DGS and offers expert advice and recommendation to departments across the state for matters that pertains to DGS. She has unequal passion for the success for both DGS and the state of California as a whole.
Lorna Briscoe is an IT specialist on the DGS Fiscal team, specializing in interfaces and customizations and enhancements for the Fiscal system.
Do you have those AVMS updates for the agenda to send out? Yeah, I was working on that. Okay.
Lorna absolutely deserves this Values Team Award because she exemplifies the integrity and the teamwork that's crucial for Fiscal success within DGS. Lorna especially excels at creating roadmaps and developing long-term goals in partnership with other DGS teams, other state departments, and other various stakeholders. She has the foresight and the expert knowledge to prevent errors and system failures before they even occur.
Because they may have done some testing on, future enhancements.
Lorna also exemplifies excellent in teamwork and team building skills. She's led and been part of technical project teams that have cross-functional and matrix environment partners with a keen understanding of the unique advantages and challenges of such teams. To address those challenges, she's especially conscientious of ensuring that all team members are engaged and in agreement with the overall objectives and goals of her work. She demonstrates patience and empathy when discussing contentious issues and uses expert mediation skills to find solutions that meet everyone's needs. She has unequal passion for the success of both DGS and the state of California as a whole, and regularly goes above and beyond the call of duty and dedication of those goals. Lorna is also phenomenal at anticipating future technical needs for DGS and crafting solutions to realize them.
It's my honor to invite Lorna Briscoe to the stage to receive 2018 DGS Values Award.
next award goes to a team of architects who suddenly found themselves without a supervisor in early 2018. Right at the time when the groundbreaking electronic plan review system was gathering steam at the Division of State Architect, this team from DSA's Oakland Regional Office took the lessons that they'd learned from their supervising architect before he retired and charged forward. Each member of the 5-person team took on a specific role. Some took on supervisor duties, endeavoring to elevate in-house workload and also overseeing outside consultants. Another architect delegated project assignments, drawing on her experience, gouging complexity, managing time, and assessing each member's skill sets. Another member took on approval plan letters for access compliance and fire and life safety projects, while the last member covered full service plan review, addressing concerns that required creative resolutions while strictly adhering to code, procedures, and policies. This team took on a major role during a time of great change at DSA. Their nominator says that they have escalated teamwork, working with such understanding, knowledge, diligence, resourcefulness, adept, creative, willing, and accountable professionals.
The Access Compliance Team here in the Oakland office for the Division of the State Architect is responsible for K through 12 schools and community colleges, along with all publicly funded projects within the state. This team is deserving of the Values Award because they demonstrated excellence in service to our customers and also utilizing teamwork, working without a supervisor for approximately 9 to 10 months.
Increment 2, which is a modular building, and they wanted to see if we can expedite the project.
Each member of the team had to go above and beyond their regular duties by taking on additional roles that were part of the workload within the Access unit, such as helping to implement electronic plan review, contracting out projects to outside consultants.
You know, we had that technical and feasibility meeting tomorrow, and I wanted to coordinate with you on how to handle some of the things they're asking for.
I think they communicated with each other quite well, especially in an environment of change, because the Division of State Architect has been under great change for the last year in terms of transference or its changeover to electronic plan review. And I think that the Access staff, all of whom are architects, are well equipped to take that challenge on. That in and of itself is a great innovation for the department.
Now welcome the DSA Oakland Access Compliance Team to receive the 2018 DGS Values Award.
This next award also goes to a team that oversees 14 DGS parking facilities across the state. In early 2018, this team was asked to take on additional task of reviewing over 14 other DGS parking facilities and create a report recommending whether they should be consolidated under this team's leadership. In addition to their usual duties, this team undertook an in-depth process for each facility that included on-site visits, studying the condition of each facility and the way that each was managed, as well as other potential challenges of the consolidation. This team was also worked with DGS Facilities Management Division and Office of Fiscal Services to analyze the financial aspects of such consolidation. Ultimately, the team created this report and it was presented to Director Kim, Government Operations Secretary Maribel Badger, the Department of Finance, and the Governor's Cabinet. And the recommendations were approved. The team is now transitioning 9 parking facilities over to its management. The result of this consolidation will be consistent management across all of these parking facilities, increased revenue generation that will allow for better maintenance and increased service offerings And best of all, more parking spaces and better customer service for state employees who uses the facilities.
The Office of Fleet and Asset Management's parking unit accomplishments over the past year and a half are exactly what the Values Awards are meant to recognize and celebrate. Through superb communication, excellent teamwork, and innovative solution-minded thinking, the parking unit tackled 3 highly sensitive and complex projects in 2018. Over the course of 2018, the unit worked hand in hand with the Facilities Management Division and the Office of Fiscal Services to complete in-depth on-site assessments and full financial analyses of each parking facility. This has been a huge undertaking with unique sensitivities and complex agreements that needed to be worked through, and the parking unit has met each one of those challenges head-on. As a result of this effort, we anticipate that the Department of General Services will generate an additional $2 to $3 million in annual revenue by maximizing facility use, which will be used to address facility condition issues. And we will provide our parkers a better customer experience by offering consistent application of parking services.
We are fully utilizing every space available, and it also gives us more control of the monies coming into parking and the monies going out, and it helps us to make upgrades.
To successfully complete this project, the parking unit had to use every one of the DGS values: integrity, accountability, communication, excellence, innovation, and teamwork.
My honor to present the Office of Fleet and Asset Management's Parking Administration team with the 2018 DGS Values Award.
The person who nominated this next award winner says that he is leading the division of the state architect through perhaps the most significant change since 1933. Related to the process of architectural plan review, which is a required step for architects and designers who have projects certified by DSA. Electronic plan review replaces the old method of architectural plans sitting in a bin at DSA waiting to be reviewed, which could cost a project weeks of valuable time. Electronic plan review means that each set of plans is tracked and given a date for review so that those submitting plans to DSA know exactly when their project will be ready to move forward. It also eliminates the necessity for travel to drop off plans or review them together in person. It's all done electronically. This award winner worked significantly over several years to research the appropriate technology and software, and then work to keep DSA staff and stakeholders informed as the transition to electronic plan review took shape. He has created a tracking database and a dashboard where staff can view the status of any project, as well as training and procure documents. His nominator says that instead of settling for "it's good enough," this individual has stayed entrenched to make sure it's the best that it can be. Always personifying excellence, he will continue to monitor and strive to improve the process as new technological improvements become available.
Paul Rooney is a senior structural engineer with our San Diego office of the Division of the State Architect. Paul has earned this Values Team Award because of his commitment to DSA, to its clients, his value of teamwork and innovation, and he's brought to the electronic plan review all of those things and made it the success that it has become.
The Y is showing up in the corner, or the yes is showing up.
Paul has been instrumental in the most significant change of the Division of the State Architect since its creation in 1933, and that is electronic plan review, which has moved us from paper review to electronic format. Paul's time commitment to electronic plan review extended beyond just the office. He would even participate while he was away on vacation remotely from a cabin in Wisconsin, which demonstrated the ability of electronic plan review and its remote value.
He is an engineer who is not afraid to think outside of the box, to look for technologies that are available. He's come with just a lot of personal integrity and patience, listening to people's input, their concerns, their needs, and what they needed in the procedures and program for it to work.
Please join me in welcoming Paul Rooney, winner of the 2018 DGS Values Award.
Our final award for 2018 is being presented to a team that truly stepped up when the call for help came. Over the past several years, California has been hit with one disaster after another. In 2018, we experienced several devastating wildfires, including the Camp Fire, which took more lives and destroyed more structure than any other fire in the state's history. We also experienced Carr Fire, the Woolsey Fire, and the Mendocino Complex Fire. When the fires came and the Governor's Office Emergency Services came calling, DGS responded. Under the guidance of DGS Office of Risk and Insurance Management, staff from Procurement and the Office of Business Services and Acquisition Services and the Executive Office volunteered for 12-hour shifts at the State Operations Center when DGS set up a base camp in Chico to house all the emergency response personnel. Since available hotels were reserved for residents displaced from the fire, many DGS employees set their lives aside to work multiple 12-hour shifts at base camp, including on holidays. Other staff back at DGS headquarters also put in long hours handling back office financial and contracting duties, working diligently at all hours to secure needed supplies, facility services, space, logistical support, and much more. DGS staff this year was also well-trained and ready to respond. Our department received many well-deserved accolades from the Office of Emergency Services. For all of you who worked together to help people affected by the wildfire, we thank you and praise your sacrifice and dedication.
Camp Fire was one of the worst disasters in California history. We had a number of people impacted, and Cal OES, working with many of our state partners, were directly supporting local government in Butte County and the citizens of not only Paradise, but all the smaller communities in that area. We lost many lives, and many lives are still impacted today as they begin to recover. But unfortunately, not only people, but animals and others were impacted by this massive disaster that will last for a long time and upturn people's lives. It's one of the worst days of their lives. Thankfully, government, state government specifically, is here to help support local government. DGS specifically, as a whole, stepped up in a big way. From the leadership of DGS through the DGS Emergency Response Team, each of those individuals that dedicated themselves to working excess hours, nights, weekends, through holidays to respond and recover from this major disaster that we faced were phenomenal. The relationship that we have with the Department of General Services has gotten stronger year by year.
The Department of General Services Emergency Response Team deserves this Values Award because they're a partner with the Governor's Office of Emergency Services. Our team here on the Care and Shelter Task Force wouldn't be able to do what we do without the Department of General Services Emergency Response Team and the volunteers that fill procurement and work with the vendors day in and day out, 24 hours a day in some cases. What they do is integral to providing a safe, sanitary, and secure environment for those individuals affected by the Camp Fire and every other disaster that hits the state of California. And just because it's 2 in the morning doesn't mean a shelter may not need emergency assistance, and we need to contact that vendor through DGS. And the people are here to make the call, to get the work done that needs to be done in order to support the people in the shelters.
The DGS emergency response team demonstrated excellence in the work that they produced each day, day and night. They were very innovative and integral in what we did to respond to this massive disaster at the Camp Fire. Each of the team members demonstrated integrity and resilience, and together as a team, their teamwork was exceptional. That it allowed us to be highly responsive to every single day that there were emergency requests that came through, and we responded to every one of those thanks to the help and direct support of DGS staff.
DGS is with us, and pretty much from day one. We aren't able to do the things that we are tasked with doing by the state, which is to ensure that people have a place to go after a disaster, without the efforts of DGS and their emergency response team.
It's my honor and privilege to present this 2018 Values Award to the DGS Emergency Response Team.
We're going to take the formal.
Okay. All right. And we want to make sure that Fanny Lynn Rodriguez had the opportunity to be recognized properly, and she made it here, and we want to make sure. So give a hand to Fanny Lynn Rodriguez.
So, if you're interested in Values Team, you can visit our intranet page for Values Team updates and information. You can also learn about becoming a member.
DGS Values Team needs members from every division to provide perspective to the team. I invite you to submit a letter of interest or application to join our team. Our meetings are on first Wednesday of each month here at the ZIC, and also open to all DGS employees. For those who are off-site, teleconferencing is available, so come and check us out.
So lastly, we want to congratulate our winners, as well as the many other nominees who are considered for this honor, and thank you for all the hard work and dedication you display each and every day. Finally, today's events would not have been possible without the hard work of a number of individuals. I would like to thank the Office of Public Affairs, Michael Liang, Ryan Cheddar, and Cody Chan for their work producing the videos, and thank you to the Values team members for doing all the decorations today, and for all the ones who are here today. So if you guys could please stand up and just give them a round of applause. Please note, all of those who won an award today, please gather in the atrium where we will take formal photos with the director.
All right. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you everyone. Thank you.